everyone, Allie here with High Hopes Homestead. It's been a long time since we've done a video, gosh, like a month. So I thought I would just give you a little update on my garden and maybe my chickens. Nothing fancy, it's really hot. Those of you who don't know, I'm in Texas, zone 9A, maybe 8B, kind of on the border. But nonetheless, it's August and it's hot. So I'll show you what we've got going on and we'll go from there. So the ladies are getting big. We should get eggs, I'm guessing, sometime September, late September, maybe early October. We made a little feeder for in their little tractor. It's not quite perfect. The food doesn't like the way it should and we have to like scoop it up. So we're gonna have to work with it a little bit, but we're getting there. I need to get a water to hang because that water over there, they keep standing on it and pooping in it. So that's the next one, is a hanging water. But they get treats every day. You see the hose, we give them water every day, like on the ground when it's hot in the middle of the day. And give them like a puddle because that's the only way they'll get in the water and cool off that we can see. So those are the chickens. Ladies are doing good. This is Tex, Daisy. There's a chance Daisy might be a Davy. We'll find out soon. That's Mabel. And that's Veronica. Oh, that's really bad. The chickens, by the way, while we head over here to the garden, their little tractor moves every 2 days or so. And they stay on grass. And so far things are going good. But here's the garden. We've done some changing. We're hoping by next spring we can expand our garden into this area right here. It gets almost full sun all day. It's early right now, so it's still got some shade. But we're hoping to expand to this area, and we want to do in-ground rows. Going this way. So hopefully, crossing our fingers. But right now, we've expanded a little bit. This used to be back there in the corner. I put one of the, these crate things back there in that corner. We are going to plant in-ground here. I'm working on it. I'm gonna add a bunch of beans or something to this trellis. I'm getting there. We have a cattle panel that's gonna go here between these two boxes. This is a citronella plant that I left on our back porch in the shade too long, and when I transplanted it, it got burnt a little bit. But I think it's going to survive. I think it'll be fine. Into our garden. Lots has changed. Oh, wow. This bed will just start right here. Look at that okra. Look at this guy. He's big. I slack on my okra here lately. It's the only thing that's producing, and it's hot. I haven't been out here other than to water in a couple days. I haven't done anything. So, sorry, the garden in August is not super pretty. Or prolific for that matter. But these are all beans. These were all bush beans out of the same pack, and somehow 2 of them are not bush beans. I couldn't figure out what to do with them, so I think I'm going to try to get them over here on this little fence and just let them go. But these 2 just, whoo. Let me see if I can get, oh, I can't reach. Okay. Tomatoes, I have these 2 tomato plants that are still kicking it. This one just set some fruit. I have topped them because there's nothing I could do, but then there you go, it just keeps going anyway. It said forget you. So that's this bed. There's sage holding on. I haven't even been able to harvest. That's the biggest it's gotten. That's kale from, man, the fall. Like, I think I planted that back in November. still alive. I've transplanted some suckers. Here's one, but I had about a 50% success rate. There was one right there. It didn't make it. That one did good. It made it. This one's about dead, still struggling. It's not going to make it. This one made it, though it had some sun damage and maybe some bug damage. This little guy, I think, got spider mites. I don't know what else made it die like that. I'm pretty sure it's spider mites. And that one over there did the same thing. It's like, I don't know, pest of some sort got them. So let's move on right here to peppers. This Nanapino is doing good. We harvest from it pretty regularly. This Chinese 5-star is the coolest, prettiest peppers. But my husband Jeff ate one the other day and it made him cry. Okay, sorry, had a phone call. Back to these peppers. This is a Chinese 5-star, I think is what it's called. The peppers start out purple and then they turn this creamy color and then a yellow, then an orange and a red. They're really hot, in my opinion. I'm a wuss. My husband likes hot stuff. He ate one and it made him cry. So they're pretty hot. Just forewarning, I think I'm going to try a fermented hot sauce with these guys. Banana pepper, and this is a bell pepper. We've had a few. There's not a whole lot of peppers on there right now, but they're growing. We pick them regularly. Bell peppers are slow. It's like it grows one pepper at a time. Let's see. Basil. I've harvested and dried basil. I love it. This is great. Great basil. This is Alabama red okra. I love this okra. We love this okra. It is prolific. And even as much as we love this okra, we have kind of let it go a little bit. Look at these pods. They're huge. I need to bring some scissors out here and get this stuff. Sorry, allergies have been kicking my butt. So here I had tomatoes. I had 3 tomato plants. There's still tomato plants. They were not doing good. They got humongous. They weren't doing anything for me. But these suckers were shooting out of it. So I topped the original tomato plant, if you can see. And this is a sucker. And I wanted to see what would happen. But they both are doing it too. They're getting some sort of disease. All the tomatoes are. I don't know if it's blight. I don't know. The tomatoes in my back garden that I've showed you are gone. We ripped that out altogether. They got disease and they just weren't doing us any good anymore. So I planted a bunch of seedlings back there. I'll try to take you back there. This is okra. Again, look at this okra. It started shooting off at the bottom. And it's just, gosh, it's prolific. And we love the flavor. It's Alabama red okra. We roasted it the other day, cut them in half long ways. Little olive oil, salt, pepper, roast them in a high oven. Oh, everybody, even the kids ate it. It was great. So this is eggplant. I've gotten one little eggplant, but it looks like it's fruiting again and we might get some more eggplant. So that's good. My herbs, this is Italian oregano. I've been able to harvest and dry it some. This thyme right here, it's lemon thyme, is not getting enough light, I think is its problem. But this okra it'll be all right. Hopefully it'll just survive till I can give it some light. That's about it for my garden. Oh, back here. Sorry, we missed this one altogether. Purple basil. Still good, still harvesting. 2 of the more Chinese 5-star. My husband wants to try to dig them up and put them in a bag and bring them in the house for the winter. We'll see. This is bee balm that's just kind of gone crazy and mixed up with this peppermint that needs a bed. It's not happy in its container. More okra. This is Clemson Spineless. Again, another one. I have not been out here. It's so hot. These were Kajari melons. They got diseased. I finally cut them up and just let them dry so I can get them off the trellis. They got some sort of disease and just turned brown and nasty. That was our last melon we were waiting on to ripen, and it did not. It got mushy, and now it's orange, but it's mushy. I've just got to pull it all off. I did come in though and plant a whole bunch of cucumbers, pickling cucumbers. Hopefully we'll get a really good harvest out of this, and I'll be able to actually can and put away some pickles. This plant right here is the Chinese noodle bean, the purple noodle beans that I had. I just cut it off like 2 or 3 inches above the ground, and it's growing back. So we might get another round out of that. I don't know. It's growing back. These are more okra. This is a hybrid okra. We'll see. It's Bubba something. That's a coneflower. This is marigolds. I have several marigolds out here, and I bought them at the store in a pack. They're tiny. There's one over here. There's another one in there. There it is. The weird thing though, they flowered a little bit. I've really not seen much growth out of them. But wait till I go to the back and I show you the marigolds I planted from seeds. It's amazing. And I planted them probably a couple weeks before I bought these starts. So they should be on the same track, but let me tell you, they are not. Wait till you see the ones in the back. So anyways, this wildflower bed, there were some flowers, they got cut off and died. It's just a weedy, grassy mess. There is some bee balm in there. There's some zinnias still in there. There are some wildflowers. Up here's some wildflowers. But I can't. It's so bad. Grass and weeds. And I'm just going to have to just take it all out and start over. It's so bad. But anyways, that's it for the front. And I will take you to the back. And we'll show you the old tomato bed that is not tomatoes anymore. Alright. So this is the bed in my backyard that had tomatoes in it. The tomatoes, no more. They did not make it. But speaking of marigolds, this is what I wanted to show you. This is like 2, maybe 3 marigold plants. I mean, it's huge. And again down here. These marigolds I started in the ground from seed. A couple weeks before I bought started plants from the store. And look, these are growing, they're huge, they're blooming. And those ones in the front that I bought at the store are terrible. They haven't grown, they've barely bloomed. These are constantly putting off new blooms. So, there you have it. I don't know, plant from seed. So anyways, this little bed, it's kind of funny. I started these starts on a whim to fill in some empty spaces and never really got around to it. They sat on my back porch for way longer than they should. They were really root bound in their little cups. And finally, we got out here, ripped the tomatoes out, kind of raked everything, got the weeds out, and decided to plant all these. So we planted them. It's a lot of basil, purple basil, sweet basil, purple basil, sweet basil. But in between, that's another sweet basil. I don't know if you see it. There's a little pepper plant over there. There's a calendula plant over there. There are some little tiny starts in here. Here's a hummingbird mint. There's just some random, a lot of herbs, things that I planted in here. But what happened, what's funny, is my husband and I planted it, and under each little start, there's another little pepper right there. Under each start, I put some powdered fertilizer, like the Job's, smells like seaweed or whatever. Because purple basil went to seed. Anyways, under each little start, I sprinkled little fertilizer in there. I came out the next morning, and almost every single one of my starts had been dug up, and the fertilizer had been ate out of underneath it. So clearly we have raccoons or possums or something. There's a hole right there it dug, you can see. But I was able to just replant them. Like, they literally just dug it up and set it out over onto the grass and then ate the fertilizer and left it there. So I was able to replant everything. No more fertilizer. It's not a good idea, apparently. we'll see how all this stuff grows back here. There's not a lot of herbs. I just wanted to fill this bed for now. I planted also along this back row a bunch of seeds, a couple melons, a couple pumpkins, some flowers, some sunflowers. We'll just see what comes up, what happens. But if I have dirt, I'm gonna put something in it. And that's what I did. So I'm gonna let you guys go from here. It's hot. I'm ready to get inside and get some iced coffee. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for checking out my garden. So yeah, thanks for checking out my garden. If you liked what you saw, if you want to see more, like, subscribe, come check me out. I wanna do YouTube more and I need viewers. So I'll see you guys later.